Hi everyone! Happy New Year 2023. I cannot believe it's the new year and it's also our last week of this limited series before we get back to our usual content, which is podcast. As excited as I am, I also want to say it's been a wild ride and it's been really fun. I'm kind of sad that it's ending. I wish I could just do this all weeks. But you know what? It's time to do a recap. So let's do it. And week 4 is very exciting for me because I got to be back home in Hanoi and I got to travel quite a bit. I got to hang out with a bunch of friends from all over the place as well. So that was really nice. And the most important part is I celebrated New Year at the beach. We were in Nha Trang and we also went to a really beautiful city called Đà Lạt in Vietnam. And with that, I'm going to walk you through what I did in week 4 for this limited series with Sero Boost. So on Monday, I set my intention to do what matters, and indeed I did. Monday was actually the day after one of my friend's birthday, and we couldn't celebrate on Christmas Day, which is her birthday, because I was traveling and we all had separate plans. So it was really fun for me to be able to celebrate with her, and I have my notes here. We went out and that was after work for them. It was during the day I was just doing my thing and just kind of chilling. But after work for my friends, we went out, we had dinner, and we had nice conversations. That was really good. But before we did that, I actually spent some time by myself. I went out with another friend, and then I spent some time by myself going through some shops to shop for a Lunar New Year look, because that's coming. Very exciting. But what really matters to me is to spend quality time with friends, and I did on that day. And I also read my book on that day. Reading has been hard these days, especially because I'm always doing something. If it's not work, I'm hanging out with family, friends, going out shopping, doing things, especially because I need to make the most of my time in Hanoi. So it was really nice to slow down, and while I could spend time with friends, I could also read my book, and that was really nice. On Tuesday, the 27th, my intention was to get organized. FYI, I had the whole week off because I took the week off, and we also had a couple of public holidays. I'm still on Australian public holidays, so I had quite a few of them. But on the 27th, I wanted to get organized. So I spent some time just rearranging my room, and there was just so much to go through, it seemed like it was never ending. But we got there in the end, and that was really good. But I also spent time with my friends, and I feel like in a way that was a really nice way for me to organize my thoughts, because we had a lot of deep conversations where we talked about families, expectations, etc. So it was really nice, genuinely really nice for us to be able to do that together. On the 28th, on the Wednesday, my intention was to just relax and take it easy. Now, I had the break, I had the holiday, but it was not an easy breezy sort of holiday because, I'm traveling, I'm with family, and it's kind of like you just gotta cherish what you can, right? So even though it was hectic, I really wanted to enjoy that, and so I did. I really relaxed. I took it easy the whole day on the 28th, and I genuinely didn't do much on that day because I'm going through the footage, and basically what I did on that day was just chilling at home with my cat and went out for dinner with my mom. I genuinely do not remember what happened during the day. Maybe I slept all day. I don't know. But I did take it easy and I did relax. So that was really cool. I'm glad I did. On Thursday, the 29th, my intention was to have quality time with Raichi and enjoy Ningbing. So Raichi is my ex-colleague, now best friend, who's from Sydney, but we don't live in the same city. That's more accurate. So anytime we meet up is because we are traveling. And this time, Rach is traveling to Southeast Asia, and she made a pit stop in Hanoi for 2 nights. But it was a really short trip for her in Hanoi. So I was just so glad that we could spend that time together. And we went to Ninh Bình Trang An, which is a heritage site here in Vietnam. It's really beautiful. See if I have any footage, and you can, look at the scenery for yourself. But it's just incredible, and it was actually my first time there. It was also Rachel's first time there, and we spent a lot of quality time together because we had a day tour. And then in the evening, we caught up with my mom and Rachel's partners to have dinner, and we had authentic Vietnamese food. It was amazing, and I'm glad they enjoyed the food. So yeah, that was a success. The intention was definitely achieved. On Friday, the 30th of December, my intention was to finish cleaning up for real and pack for tomorrow's trip. Now, did I clean up? A little bit. Did I finish for real? Not really, but the intention was there. So it wasn't a success completely, but it was okay. In terms of packing for the trip, I did. And actually, I went out that night as well. It was really funny because I didn't put this in my intention, but one of my high school friends who is now working and living in the US was coming back for the holiday, and we agreed that we would surprise our friend group and not tell anyone, and we'll just say that, oh yeah, let's hang out for coffee, and then she'll just rock up. So that's what we did. It was really funny, and that was just the night before my family trip, so it was quite hectic, but I packed before I went, and when I got back, I also finished packing. So that was a success. I think it was a success. And yeah, the funniest part was probably how much we laughed and how funny it all was to see their reaction when my friend showed up. I don't know if I have any footage. I think I do, so I'll insert some of them over here. And then Saturday, the 31st of December, aka New Year's Eve, we went on our trip to Nha Trang, Đà Lạt. So yeah, that was the trip, and my intention was to simply enjoy Nha Trang and family time. So that was really nice. I did. It was hectic but fun. My cousin made a whole video of the trip, so I don't know if I can steal any of the footage, but if I have any on my phone, I'll share it with you. But basically, we had this beautiful room that overlooks the ocean because my cousin works at this hotel, and so he booked us rooms there with the best views. And yeah, it was just an amazing, incredible time. My mom and I also were so tired, but we tried to stay up to catch the fireworks and the countdown, and we did. And yeah, we took some really nice videos and photos and enjoyed the moments and stuff like that, and had some nice conversations. But as soon as the fireworks finished, we crashed hard. We were so tired. So yeah, it was really good. I definitely enjoyed it. But it was hectic because the next day we were supposed to go to another city. It was Sunday, the 1st of January, 2023. It was New Year, and my intention for that day was just to travel mindfully, because what I've noticed is when it happens like this, it's a week of me, going everywhere, and I'm just kind of I'm so tired, and I just want to go with the flow. But I genuinely don't want to do that, because sometimes when I do that, I just don't notice the scenery, or I don't notice the conversations, the people, the places. So I really wanted to do that on the 1st of Jan. And I did. It was the journey from Nha Trang to Đà Lạt. It was really tough because it was by car. It was about 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much you take to stop and take a break and do your stuff, and depending on the driver as well. Our driver that day was driving really carefully, which really calmed me down, and I could see the scenery. And there was a point where we went up. I think the height was 1,500 meters above sea level, and we couldn't see anything because we were basically in the clouds. I don't have any footage of that, but I think my cousin does, so I might just borrow that from him. But yeah, I think it was overall a really nice day to just begin the new year, to go somewhere different and enjoy the city. And, because it was the first day, I didn't want to just, stay in, even though I was really tired. So I also went out by myself after dinner and just went to this really nice bubble tea place. I mean, I don't know if I can call that a cafe / bubble tea, but they serve the best tea and coffee of Dalat. And I just really enjoyed that alone time, even though it was not much. And I went back to my hotel and really just sat in front of the hotel and, got out my journal and did some journaling. That was really good. And I feel like, it was such a nice way to begin the new year, because every single new year I would spend time and make time to actually journal and, reflect on the previous year and think about what I want to do this coming year. And on that particular occasion I did. It was really nice. I think it was hectic, not gonna lie, but it was really nice to be able to make time for things like that while traveling. And funnily enough, while I was doing my journaling, I caught some live music as well. So I definitely did travel mindfully and enjoy it as much as I could. There was a market in front of our hotel. It's the night market in Dalat. It was really hectic. It was kind of scary at one point because, I'm so used to Australia where everything is kind of chill now. And yeah, markets are crazy sometimes, but not this kind of crazy, because there are still motorbikes everywhere. And yeah, it was just a lot going on. So yeah, I think to wrap it up, I set my intentions throughout the week. That week, I did not miss a day. It was the last week, and it was just really, really nice to be able to catch up with my feelings, my traveling, my friends, my family, my life even. It's just really nice to sit down and think about the year that's gone. 2022 was a rough year in many ways, but also a really, really amazing and rewarding year in other ways. So yeah, I finished the year on a strong note and started 2023 on a high note as well. So I'm excited for what this year is going to bring. And with that, we're also ending this limited series. I'm really sad, but we are. And what I've learned throughout the journey, not just this week, but throughout the journey, is even if you're super duper busy, taking a minute at the beginning of your day to set your intention really helps to set the tone of your day, regardless of what happens. If you focus on that intention and you keep going with it, it's gonna work. I feel like one of the main challenges for me was kind of like traveling and packing. I have a really heavy backpack with my laptops and everything, so I couldn't put my journal there at all times. So I figure next time when I do this for real, just for myself, I'm just gonna use the note app on my phone, because my phone's always with me. And I figure for all of us, our phones are always with us. So I think that's a really nice way for us to be able to keep track of our intentions and make sure we don't forget, and even set a reminder in the morning. And when it's become a muscle memory, we just go ahead with it. And I feel like it's a really great activity to try out this new year. If you haven't tried it before, setting intention at the beginning of the day really just help to set the scene for the whole day, regardless of what happens. If you focus on that intention, if you set that intention in the morning, things will flow. That's what I found. Things will just flow. And sometimes you'll forget that you set that intention in the first place, but you'll come back to it at the end of the day when you do your reflection. And yeah, for that, I think we can utilize our phones wisely with this, because sometimes you just scroll on social media. Why not scroll on yourself? Journal it out, take notes. Maybe you don't have a notebook with you, but you can type it on your phone. There you go. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm sad to wrap this up, but I'm also excited for you to try it out. I hope you will try it out with me and leave us some comments and definitely share your experience. It's science-backed, we all know. And I'm just really glad that Penny recommended this on the show. So thank you, Penny, if you're watching this. I really enjoyed this activity, and I really hope that even though we're not doing this series anymore, I'm going to keep doing this throughout the year and it will help to improve my days enormously, as it has. And so, yeah, let's wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year 2023. May this year bring you a lot of joy, happiness, success, and may you achieve all the things that you set out to achieve. Bye.